how do you recover from being in a tough work environment? It could be toxic, it could be stressful, you could just be completely burnt out. What do you do? Well, I've created a process that has worked for me, that is 4 steps, and they're simple. And I created the funny acronym. I call it TUFF, TUFF, because I think I'm hilarious. But the steps are solid, never mind my weird sense of humour. And they're ones that, some of them will seem like they're common sense and so on, but some of them perhaps not. And there's only 4. The first one is you need to give yourself time. I regularly see people who, once they exit a difficult work situation, think, great, right, okay, into the new place. Oh, I don't feel so good. What's wrong with me? Why haven't I magically got back to myself? Well, it's because you've been through a difficult and maybe traumatic experience, and so of course you can't erase that. You have to work through it. You need to give yourself a bit of time, and I think it does need to be time. A bit of time and space to get back to where you want to be, or move to a different place so you don't go there again. The second step is what I call the U for understanding. This is a really important aspect of it. It's figuring out what happened, what went on, how did that come to be? Why did I make those choices? Why did I allow those things to happen? What were the dynamics? And you're doing that because you want to watch out and make sure it doesn't happen again. You want to learn your lesson, so to speak, but on specific things, so that when you find yourself in a similar position in the future, you know what to do. The third one is you need to forgive yourself. I think that's kind of a peculiar word to use in the world of work, but I think we have to do that. Even when we've been in a situation where it's other people's fault, for the majority of it, I think there's an aspect of shame and wishing we had acted sooner, or we hadn't allowed people to treat us that way, or wish I'd spoken up sooner and been stronger and more of who I think I'd like to be. But the truth is, you made those decisions that you thought were best at the time, and you do need to forgive yourself in order to move on properly. The fourth one is to have fun. This is a funny one to put in there in some respects, but when you're all focused on work and you don't have something fun, enjoyable in your life, where's the release? Where do you go from there? And we know from neuroscience and so on that different chemicals are released in our brain when we're enjoying ourselves and so on. And it also allows us to be better in our job when we have activities, enjoyable things outside of work. I hope you find that useful. I really do know it's difficult to come back and recover from these situations, but honestly, give yourself some time. Look at what happened to understand it a bit more. Forgive yourself. You are worth that. And go have some fun. If that's been useful, let me know. If you're struggling with this, or you know somebody who's struggling with this and think they need a hand, get in contact with me. I'd love to have a conversation with them. Take care.